good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is Let's Talk with Kay. Oh my goodness, I hope you had a great holiday, Christmas, Hanukkah, or just a great day off of work, or just a great day of rest. Well, however you do this thing. Oh my goodness. I would say the holidays were great, for me at least. I mean, right now today is the 20, what today's, oh my God, I just realized I don't have my watch. I left a toxic, narcissistic family. They live in Texas. I live far away from them. And honestly, thank God that I had the military as an excuse to stay away from them and all that. But at the same time, I had to get over the fact that I really did not like being with them. And it seemed like, of course, with the conditioning that I would say media, like TV, movies, all that type of stuff, tell you that y'all be with your family, and if you ain't with your family, it must be something wrong with you. I'm really glad that that's starting to change, because I used to feel kind of like a deep shame that I didn't have family to spend time with on Christmas, besides me and my two kids. My oldest daughter, she's now living away. She don't live at home no more. She's about to be 20 next year. So I'm like, thank God, that I finally came to the senses that, what, it's okay to not want to and to not spend time with a toxic, narcissistic family. And that's the legacy that my mom left behind. I recorded a video, and I'm like, dude, this over an hour long, and I was going in on, my siblings, and yes, my mom and my step siblings as well, and partially my stepdad, because growing up, I felt that they really didn't care about me, or didn't want me to be around, or they didn't really support me, or anything like that. I didn't get that love. I felt like I was an outsider. Even one of my older sisters were like, she always had this running joke about me being adopted. Oh, you must be adopted. You must be adopted. But I'm like, no, I'm not. Y'all the ones are the weirdos. But let me go to the post office. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Man, I took that medicine, and I hate that I have like this weird feeling in my throat. Just I know I have GERD, so that could be part of it. So if you hear a little burps or whatever, please forgive me. But I'm gonna have to start taking my medication again, because I guess with all the holiday food and all that other type of stuff, it probably just really kind of got to me. Excuse me. I hate that. Oh my God. So embarrassing. It's not cute at all. I'm like, dang. Trying to be classy. So, yeah. But anyways, so basically, because of my mom's narcissism, how she triangulated me and all of my siblings, and and of course she had the golden children, which was, well, I ain't gonna say which was, well, I guess might as well say, because she's passed on right now. The golden children are my youngest sister, which she's 4 years younger than me, and then I guess it's a huge difference between me and the next older child, the third youngest. So I guess for a while she was kind of considered the baby in the family before I was born. So she is the golden child too. And what's so funny, they were my mom's favorites, but they like really toxic. Like, for example, the oldest golden child, she's probably in her 50s, close to 60s right now, and she's an alcoholic. Well, I'm not sure if she still is or not. She's a pygmy. She's a dope fiend. She treated my mom horribly. It's like, here, like, basically, it's like she had kids that she didn't want to watch, didn't want to raise, and the two older ones ended up being raised or being in her ex-husband's custody, which she hate, and my mom just kind of like, yeah, that's wrong too, you know, that they took your kids. I'm like, man, you know that woman was not raising her kids. The house was full of roaches. It was nasty. She was married at the time to the two older kids' stepfather, and she was fighting them all the time, fighting with him all the time. I'm like, dude, the house is toxic. And then she cheated and had a baby by you know, not she cheated, but she was a mistress. She was a side chick and had a baby by somebody else, and then had another child who's the youngest, which I think is like whole that whatever. So she was not a good person. She wasn't even good to my mom. She would just drop those kids off. I remember one night when I was staying at my mama's house, and I think I was my last year of college, or probably graduated college, and probably was like 23 years old. I remember this. My sister, she just dropped the kids off. Like, I think around that time, I forgot exactly when, but I just know that she just dropped her kids off. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry. I'm like, cause my mom, I don't think my mom was there or not. But I was. I didn't agree to babysit, but she was just like, here. I don't think she even knew I was even there. She just dropped the kids off like, here. I guess to go on her drug bender or something. I don't know. And of course my phone falls. I mean, that's like a tradition right now. Oops. I got another. Okay, I guess it wouldn't be a normal video without my phone falling. But anyways, she was my mom's favorite. She was able to get away with everything with my mom. And it was at one point when I was a kid, and I was in high school, probably my junior year. I think I only got about like one gift from my mom, and then she didn't realize that the oldest golden child was gonna show up for Christmas, and she ended up doing so. And then I guess she felt bad that this poor mom, alcoholic, dope fiend of a person didn't have a gift. So she ended up giving my gift, taking away my gift to give to her. I'm like, dude, she a grown ass woman, and I'm like, even though she's grown, and in the sense of Christmas, should she get some coal, you know, instead of a gift? The way she was acting, like it was just her favorite. And then you had my youngest, who basically got all, it was me and my youngest who lived with my mom. Everybody else just ran out the house, you know, and while they were in high school. So for a while it was just me and my youngest sister, and my younger sister was able to get away with bullying me. My sister seemed like until this day, she seemed like she's still in a secret competition with me. You know, as far as you know, it's like, who was a better singer, who's doing better in their career, who was mom's favorite. I'm like, I guess it's great to have mom as your favorite. I'm like, if you want her be her favorite, that's fine. I don't give a damn. But now she my mom passed away. Now it's like my sister basically just kind of by herself, a busybody in the meantime, who's got a monitoring spirit, who go around, you know, trying to find information out about somebody or come up with theories about what's going on with people. It took me a while to finally to finally have her number. And so, and I know she's a narcissist, because for one, my mom and her, it like was totally enmeshed. And I'm like, even after she became, I guess, a mother and got older and things of that nature, it's like she became more like my mom. And then what pissed me off is the fact that I found out later on that from my two daughters, that while in the meantime when my mom was watching my daughters, because I needed some help while I was in the military, so I sent my daughters to stay with my mom over the summer just so I can get a break. So my oldest daughter was like going through it. I'm honestly, I don't know if it was ADHD. I tried to get her help. I had counseling for her. And if a child has mental illness, it's like, hey, it all depends on whether they're gonna be compliant or not with having therapy or whatever. So my oldest daughter acted out a lot. So, but anyways, come to find out, my mom was end up beating my kids. My younger sister was beating my kids over some stupid stuff. And every time I called to like try to speak to my kids, while they were, staying, always stayed either together or they stayed in the same apartments, the apartment units, but in the same apartment unit, but different apartments. So they were like really enmeshed. So it seemed like because they hated me so much, and I was dumb and naive because I guess had a healthier brain and knew how, so I projected that hey, if I'm healthier or healthy, I don't consider myself in a sense healthy like I am now, but I'm like, dude, I projected that. People don't always project negative on others. People project positive on undeserving people. So I find out that, my mom was sitting around beating my kids. My sister was doing the same thing because they hate me. They couldn't make a simple mistake. They couldn't, and if somebody somebody like her child does something, then it's like, I'm gonna take it out on you. She was gonna take it out on two of my daughters. And I'm like, hey. And I'm like, dude, if I would have known that y'all was gonna do that, I definitely would not took my kids and had them stay over the summertime. They didn't show them no love. They just, hey, I'm gonna just take out my hate that I have, my jealousy that I have for my daughters, my sister, and I'm gonna take it out on y'all. So them staying with them, my daughters staying with them was like no help at all. So I don't forgive her for that. And to right now, I just stopped talking to her. She called every now and then just to probably get some, try to get some information. And I'm like, no. And but anyways, growing up, she was allowed to bully me. And then if I did complain, I ended up getting a whooping for complaining. I remember as a child that I ended up getting a whooping because my sister was just making fun of me at the dinner table. And I'm like, why I get a whooping for? She basically told my sister not to listen to me, whatever my I don't have nothing worth or value to say to her. So, and what else was going on? It was something else. I couldn't have no friends. It was like conditioned that I was worthless or valueless to the point I couldn't have friends. I was bullied by my mom, bullied by my sister. My stepdad just sat by, didn't do nothing. And when I was bullied at school, my mama was like, and I told my mama at one point that I was bullied when I was in high school. And she just basically was like, oh, well, I guess it's your fault. I told you not to participate in a flag team when you was in high school. So I guess that was your consequence of trying to have a life as a teenager. And when I was stood up for prom, basically she asked me, what did I do wrong to cause this guy to stand up on me for prom? And I was like, okay, but when my sister, and then I had to wear dresses, but as soon as I moved out the house, my sister was able to wear whatever she wanted to in school. She was able to She had my own support, money. What I mean by support, financial support, emotional support. Well, best way a narcissist can do, to, participate for homecoming queen and play sports and all this type of stuff. But now, with all that being said, my sister don't really do anything. She's like, and my mom went out her way to send my sister to a different school, and which to me don't make no sense. I'm like, how you gonna send my sister from a good district, but because you didn't want to tell your daughter to, she needs to study, you didn't want to punish her for doing poorly in school, and you want to just everything racism, even though that was a white school. But when I went there, and the teachers noticed that, and the principal noticed that I was studious, I was talented, and I was basically an overall good kid. They poured their love and support into me. So I was like, racism, really? I mean, I had one racist teacher, but it wasn't like, really obvious. The only obvious part that I remember that maybe she was a racist was she had a freaking parent-teacher conference and my mom showed up, I guess, for appearances, just to tell my mom that I wrote, I forgot, it was so stupid, that one of the letters or one of the numbers that I wrote looked like a letter or a number. It was like, I'm like, me as a parent, I probably been like, bitch, you called me for this. You could have just left that to yourself. That was just dumb, and just told my daughter, which she didn't tell me to. The teacher didn't tell me to, and I still remember her name, ironically, Miss Whiteley. But she didn't tell me this mistake, but she mentioned it to my mom. And I think to this day, I still write everything the way I used to normally write it. So she basically supported my sister through it all. And then on top of that, when I gotten older and got in the car, my mama was like, basically was entitled, and my sister was entitled to, I guess, have me to work as a taxi or, a Uber back then, to take my sister less than 10 minutes away up the block for her to go to work. She finally was able to go to work. She finally got a job. After high school, I think she was like finally 20 years old, to the point she finally got a job. And it was like, okay, you need to take your sister to school. And I'm like, dude, not school, to work. And I'm like, I got other things to do besides take my sister to, to work. She can get on that bus like I had to do. I had to get on buses and everything. I had to literally be independent. So, and then on top of that, I could go in, but I'm just gonna say, overall, when it comes to my family, they either, if they listening, I guess what I'm about to say, if the shoe fits, they were either alcoholics, dope fiends, abusive, physically, emotionally, to their family, to me, very critical, narcissistic, judgmental, very unpleasant to be around, unloving, hateful people, liars, sneaky, just whatever you could think of a narcissist. Very conditional, so you better not accept a gift from anybody. I better not accept a gift if I do get a gift, even though I received a phone call, or a text rather, from my oldest sister, basically like asking for my address. And I'm like, no, you're not gonna get my address, because I know damn well you ain't gonna give me your gift, especially you're gonna ask for my address on Christmas Day about getting my address to give me a gift. I'm 40 some years old, so please, if you gotta sneak and do something, at least treat me accordingly, instead of treating me like a fucking kid, a naive, dumb-ass teenager. You can at least treat me as if I'm a fucking adult, an educated adult. So no, you're not gonna get my address. And oh yeah, I don't know who, I guess Rachel says she got a different phone number, I guess only to be able to talk to me, or to somebody else impostering as Rachel. But I guess at home y'all better discuss that. But yeah, so all that sneaky, devious, and then I get a phone call from my ex. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not sure if he's homeless or not. If he is, I'm like, hey, karma is karma. But this man here called. I expeditiously hung up the phone on him, and then he left a message. Sounded like he was drunk, slurring. Of course, I'm like, bitch, why I want to talk to you? You don't even pay child support for your youngest daughter. You barely wanted to pay it for your favorite daughter, but you didn't want to pay child support for your oldest daughter because you want to because you're a narcissist and you just lazy. You're a bum. And I was laughing at that message, boy. I was laughing. I was falling out on the floor. I played that message over and over again. I wish I can play it for y'all to listen to. I probably will. And people are like, why you gonna do that to him? He gonna sue you. I'm like, how in a penniless broke nigga gonna be able to sue you? He probably scared because they probably gonna send him. He probably let him put himself out there for the child support. I'm sorry. He broke. I'm like, damn, this man here. I'm like, dude, when you knew I wanted to leave you, you're gonna go all behind my back. That's what narcissists do. When they know you don't want them and their time is gonna be up very soon, whether within a few months, few weeks, or within a year or so, they know time is up. And this nigga here, when I was in the military, he went behind my back, talked to my supervisors, this supervisor was a pick-me, because I'm like, how the hell you gonna believe my bum-ass husband before you believe me? And I never gave you any problem, but you gonna take his word to, I don't know what the hell he said, all the things he said, but I know it was negative because she was ready to kick me out my own house. And I guess how this nigga watched his two daughters. I mean, this man here was just he was scheming and all that type of stuff, just so I guess he could take my daughters, and I guess I'd be the one paying child support while he probably abusing my daughters, and while he abusing my daughters, have his mom, poor mom, in her 70s, 80s. I don't talk to them. I don't know if she's alive or not. I know at one point she tried to call me, and I didn't answer that phone. I'm like, bitch, I'm not gonna sit here and answer this phone talking about your demon of a son. I'm like, so I don't have that message still. I wish I kept it. But I'm like, I'm not gonna hear about you complaining about your son. That's your fault. You can kick out that grown ass man. I'm like, there's a homeless shelter down the street somewhere where he can stay. Shoot, I'm not gonna allow no grown ass son to sit here and live off of me, still live off of my tit, and then he's in his damn 50s and I'm still taking care of some grown ass child like I'm obligated. I'm like, bitch, they got jobs out here for people your age. Go ahead and start working those jobs. And this woman here paid. Thank God, I appreciate that she paid for the van that he took. When he left, he took the van and left me a Dodge Neon. So I guess he left. He ran from I'm sorry. He ran from Arizona when I was still in the military. He drove his van, or my van, but I couldn't take it because my dumb ass, it was in both of our names. So he took it all the way to Florida. And his mom, thank you, Miss Betty, for paying for the van, so I won't have bad credit over because of your loser son. And yeah, so he like dodged. He like boom, dodged town. He left his job. I'm like, dude, you don't want to. Then like, and then he thought he was gonna keep my phone, and I turned that phone off. I'm like, click. I'm like, I don't know where you at. At the time, I didn't know where he was at. So, and I guess projecting good character on him, I thought he was gonna at least stay in town, stay somewhere so he can continue working and all that type of stuff. He like, bitch, I don't want to work. I was trying to do some of that for you so I can stay. So he left. I didn't know where he was at. He wasn't answering no calls, like, dude. So I turned that phone off. As soon as I turned that phone off, his mama calling me, crying. Not really crying, but just like, why you turned the phone off? He driving all the way here to Florida. And how he going? I'm like, bitch, that, I ain't say it like that. Like, that's his problem. You know, bye. I ain't finna pay for nobody's phone bill. And then on top of that, he ain't helped taking care of his kids. Went to jail a few times. Lied to me. Didn't know he was a felon. We didn't have Google. We didn't have none of that stuff. So I'm like, dude, I finally left his ass. I'm like, good riddance. That marriage didn't last long. I'm divorced. I'm longer. My divorce lasted longer than my marriage to him now. So now he's in his 50s. I'm not sure. He sounded drunk. Heard a whole bunch of noise in the background. Think on Christmas. Not no happy noise, but like noise from work or whatever. I don't know. Maybe noise from the soup kitchen. I don't know. I'm like, dude. I'm like, did your mama ever kick you on out and then had a baby? Another baby? I'm like, how in the world you? I'm like, dude, I would have kicked you out a long time ago. You better hope I wouldn't had no gun. No, Lord, would have had nothing ready to like you. I'm gonna be my D on your ass. You got 3 seconds. You got 5 seconds. If I'm nice, to get up out of my house, and I will throw your little one back outdoors so you can pick it up. But anyways, he called yesterday and I didn't answer the phone. I called that phone as soon as I seen that number. One ring, click. And I wanted to troll, so I try to call him back, but I guess he feel like he got some value still and think I will care. So of course, like a narcissist, he didn't answer the phone call. So I'm like, bitch, you lucky you didn't answer that phone call, because I sure was gonna troll you and laugh. My daughter, my oldest daughter, my youngest daughter, who's about to be 16 soon, she like, I don't give a damn about him either, you know. She know her father is a fucking loser. So he ugly. I'm like, damn, I must been on some drugs or something. I don't know what was going on with me when I got with him. He played some good game on a person who had zero self-esteem and zero confidence at the time, living the mama who basically was trying to steal a McDonald's check. And then I'm like, dude, I'm like, you got me at the right time, the right place, at the right moment. Because I'm like, dude, because if I was still living on campus, I would have been a lot more happier and all that type of stuff. And I wouldn't gave him a second glance. I wouldn't even gave him a first glance. And but he was lucky that I was staying with my mom, who basically, I'm like, how in the world you get all this money from my dad or stepdad after the divorce to end up staying in the projects again? And she ended up dying penniless. I'm like, and this is how, I mean, that's the legacy of a narcissist. She ended up dying penniless. She thought the daughter, her favorite daughters, I guess, was gonna help take care of her. I'm like, dude, these mofos are toxic as hell. I'm like, narcissists are not really smart at all. And then the person who, my ex demon, who decided to leave, and I guess I'm like, bitch, I'm like, I don't know why you calling me. And I blocked his number a few times, and he's still getting different numbers, still telling the same line. Get the little violins out, because he telling me that he's he can't do anything. I was laughing so hard. I can't do anything. I ain't making no money. I'm like, bitch, good. So I guess karma tearing his ass up. I said, don't have me to buy a ticket to Florida. If somebody call me and tell me he homeless, don't have me to be. I'll be like, boy, I'm sorry. I'm like, if he homeless, I will fly all the way to Florida, rent me a car, and just to see what street corner he's on. I'm gonna be laughing. I'm like, I'll take a picture of him. I'll post it. I'm like, bitches, this the person y'all thought that was better than me. All the mutual friends I used to have that stood behind him. This the man that y'all believed when he probably was talking. I ain't gonna say probably. He was talking shit about me, and when he left the church members and all this. This the man that y'all I'm like, this the man that y'all trusted, the one that talking shit about me, not taking care of his kids, lying to y'all. Y'all decided I'm not gonna be your friend, Kalai, because I guess you're a good person. I'm gonna be friends with him. This is y'all friend indeed. Well, hey, I'm just gonna tell you, he homeless right now. His family don't want to fuck with him. I ain't gonna fuck with him. I'm like, you better not step door to my house, because I'm just gonna say, you better not step to my house. And I'm like, dude, he ugly as hell. He's still ugly. He uglier. I'm like, I don't normally, when I was dating, I'm like, dude, I don't date ugly dudes. But I'm like, I'm like, boy, you put me to shame. But yeah, so he's gonna die. Not trying to curse him. He already cursed himself. A narcissist, as a narcissist does, gonna die penniless. It's like they vampires. If you be around them, they gonna, it's like in science, like they just sucks the energy from you, just you like shriveling, like, oh my God, what's going on with me? Like in a horror movie. When I was with him, I could not even be blessed. I'm like, girl, I could not. It's like blessings were blocked. And I'm like, dude, so that's where he's at right now. He's just probably, if he homeless, I'm like, I guess, hey, he homeless. I'm just saying, just lie. His basically his life reflects how he reflected. His life now reflects what he did to other people. So I'm like, people, y'all, all dogs, all animals don't deserve to be treated with some food or whatever. Just, if y'all see somebody like him, just throw some little crumbs out, but don't invite them to your house or anything like that. And I would say leave him alone. Just let him experience his karma. That's his karmic debt right now. And if he, I ain't gonna keep going there, but I believe he was on drugs. He probably got some diseases. He probably had sex with some I'm gonna put it this way: if people that are narcissists, they have to have supply. They got a demonic attachment on them, and if they really old, their true essence is gone. Now the demon is riding, and the demon like, dude, I will have relations with anybody, any person, any man, woman, dog, cat, chicken. They will have sex with anybody. They will have, it's just like, dude, it didn't. And they always got to tell you what they doing in one form or fashion, because they want to brag. They want to tell it. It's like, tell it from the mountaintops. They ain't gonna tell you exactly what they did. They're gonna tell you in a way where it's gonna be like, well, I know I'm trying not to say it. I know the transformer down the street, I'm like, dude, how, like, and at the time I'm like, who pays attention to that? So then when I really got in here, I realized this man here probably had sex with prostitutes. I shouldn't have said that. I'm gonna have to let me say it. I'm gonna have to edit that out. He had sex with the ladies on the street. Did I just still say sex? He had relations with the ladies on the streets. He had relations with the men on the streets. He had the relations. I believe he cheated on people, on me. It's like, dude, this man here was a straight up HOE. And I'm like, dude. And luckily, I did get tested for diseases and stuff, and luckily I am clean and healthy with that. But this man here, I'm like, dude, nobody better not dare when he pass away, because I know I'm gonna live a lot longer than he will. When he pass away, I'm like, nobody bet not call me about this man's funeral. I'll be like, congratulations. That's all I'm gonna say, congratulations. Now I don't have to worry about him no more. But yeah, so he gave me a phone call for Christmas. I'm like, bitch, you shouldn't even waste your time. So, and I know, because every time, I know he monitors me too, because when I open up a Facebook page just for, my business, which I don't really use, I don't even use it, period. He was already like the same night or the next night, he already asking for a friend request. I'm like, dude, it's like, I'm like, the way you act like that MySpace man. As soon as I open up a page, you're gonna be that first friend that I'm gonna have. That's how much he stalks me. I'm like, thank God you live miles and miles away, because if you try to stalk me and try to break in my house or something, I'm like, you better hope I don't be like Yosemite Sam on your ass. So that's a warning. So anyways, he probably homeless. He's the Grinch, the troll, probably under the bridge somewhere. I'm laughing. Boy, I was laughing. I was like, Lord, I'm trying to keep my cool in front of my daughter. She don't like that. She ain't interested in no men. I already told her. And she like, Mama, you don't have to worry about it. I'm like, man, these men don't. I'm like, girl, if you want to get married. No, first of all, I tell her, don't even worry about dating no guys right now. Don't worry. Worry about getting your education. Worry about enjoying yourself. If you decide to go to college, or if you decide to go to trade school or whatever, or just get an online class or certification, don't even worry about dating nobody. I don't want no damn grandkids. I'm still young. I'm not worried about no grandkids or whatever. So enjoy your life. Live, build up your credit, travel, because at the end of the day, you don't got the experience, the wisdom to know who you should be with. You barely know yourself. And if you decide you want to get married, don't have no babies on me, please. I told her all that. And right now she's like, I'm not interested in none of that. And I told her, and I try to tell my oldest child too, but my oldest child just, all that, just send love and light to her, because I'm like, dude. But anyway, but one thing I know, she ain't married. I told her, do not get married. Do not have no kid on me. And she's about to be 20 years old. At least she's listening to that. But anyways, I told her that once you become older and you have you spiritual, you have high standards and all that type of stuff, I told her, you can date, you can find somebody to be married to, but I'm just gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna be real with you. You better be prepared to be by yourself and not be married, because the pickings are very, very slim when it comes to men. I don't care if they're whatever color, the pickings are very slim. So you better either be prepared to get married, or just, I discourage marriage too. I'm like, don't get married to nobody. I don't believe in marriage. If I was with somebody right now, I won't be married to them. I'm like, heck no, you're not going to get none of my resources. And if I die, things going to go to, more than likely, my younger child. Until the oldest child get it together. She might get a little something. But, hey, it is what it is. But, I'm like, but it's a chance that you're going to end up finding a long-term partner, either when you're in your 40s, a lot older, or you probably never will. So just be prepared for that. But at the same time, life is not bad, because you're going to be happy. You're going to have peace. You ain't missing out on anything. Only the systems in this world that encourage you to be married, which is religion, economics, politics, all of them want you to be married as young as possible. I'm like, don't do it. A mistake. I mean, some people probably say bitter. I'm like, yeah, I'm bitter because I feel like wasting my time. Because if I can do it all over again, I won't be married. Nobody. I don't care how fine you are. I don't care how much money you got. I won't marry you, period. I don't want to be married. I'm like, heck. And if I do date somebody, if they did have a lot of money, if I decide I don't want to be with you, first of all, I won't live with you. I'm still going to have my house or whatever. And if I did decide to live with you and I'm like, I'm tired, I don't want to be with this person no more, I will still have my house to go right back to and have a clean cut, a clean break. And that's how I am. I'll say, don't waste your time. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. Learn yourself. Enjoy your life. Stack your money. Have so many experiences to the point that when you meet people, you ain't bored talking about, oh, I'm on Facebook all the time. I'm on Twitter all the time. I got like 1 million friends on Twitter or whatever. I got 1 million friends. I'm like, okay, but what else do you do? Nothing else except just collect followers like Thor or whoever rings or Pokemon cards. You got some experience. But anyways, I'm not gonna make this too long. Holidays were good. I'm glad it's over now. I'm not sure if I'm even going to celebrate Christmas next year because I don't believe in it. But anyways, don't let the narcissist, toxic family ruin you. If you got to get away, get away. Get away. It's not even worth staying. Don't listen to religion. Don't listen to those commercials talking about be with your family. So I'm like, right now, the way families are, everybody's packing. And if they get mad at you, they be ready to shoot somebody. Not worth it. If they toxic, leave their asses to where they belong. But I'm going to talk to you later. I'll talk to you later. Like, comment, subscribe, and